Fitness with Emily Ingram. And Emily, I have to say a big congratulations to you. She is Southwest Georgia's first female professional bodybuilder. Is that the exact title there?
That's it. That's the title.
Well, so exciting. Congratulations. You just got your pro card in this competition that you had last Saturday. So tell us all about this Saturday competition you had.
Well, it was in Savannah, Georgia, and it was called the Iron Eagle, and it was a natural bodybuilding show. And I won my class, which is the heavyweight. I won the overall, which means I went against the winner of the lightweights, and I won that class, and that also won me my pro card.
Now, I gotta mention, you said heavyweight. You by no means are a heavyweight, but that is what it's considered in the bodybuilding world.
Correct. Yes.
And what does that mean?
It's when you weigh in, all the athletes weigh in Friday night, and if you are, the lightweight is 120 and less than that, and the heavyweight is 120 and above.
Oh my goodness, 120 pounds and you're considered a heavyweight. Goodness. So what have you been doing over the past week since you won this pro card?
I've been eating, truthfully, and
can't say I blame
sitting
you.
around.
Well, you still look fantastic. What's coming up next? Now that you've got this pro card, you've got a few requirements that you have to do.
Right. I have just found out I'll make my pro debut in Massachusetts in 8 weeks, so back to training and back to eating healthy I go.
I'm sure you're still eating pretty healthy. What was the first meal that you had after you got that pro card?
Pizza. A lot of pizza. I was over the toilet sick from eating a lot of pizza.
Well, I'm certain your body's probably not used to it.
Right. It was not.
My goodness.
But it tasted very good. I will say that.
Well, good. And we got to brag on you a little bit more because you've got your trophies back here. We want to show them off. Tell us which each of these trophies are.
This one is the heavyweight when I won the heavyweight class.
Okay. So this is your class.
This is my class. And so after I won this class, I went back on stage against the lady CJ who won the first class, or the lightweight, who was also my teammate, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, how fun. Great teamwork you got there.
Good to share the stage with my teammate. And this is the winner of the overall. So when I got this one, earned my pro card. So
awesome. Well, again, congratulations. We've got this Amazon woman.
Right.
You look a bit more human than she does, but
yes.
How heavy is this trophy?
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, can I pick that up? I don't want to drop it, but I feel like this is what I would do arm curls with, and it's just their average trophy. Well, congratulations to you. Again, what now? What will you be doing up until that Massachusetts debut, and what will that debut be? Is it a photo spread? Is it another competition? Is it just showing off your muscles?
It's the exact same thing as this one, just a bigger competition against people who look like me or better. So
wow.
I just have to work really hard. I have to maintain what I have now for a couple weeks, and then I'll start dieting down a little bit harder than to step on stage, water depleting and all that all over again.
My goodness, definitely a new world that I had never heard of until I met Emily here. But this morning we were talking at Anytime Fitness about how you and I can get in that workout, maybe squeeze it into our busy lives. Emily here has 4 kids, and she does all of this. So we'll be talking with her, getting some of those workout tips from her this morning live here at Anytime Fitness. Chris, over to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Good Day. We are live here at Anytime Fitness with Emily Ingram, Southwest Georgia's very first female professional bodybuilder. For the rest of us who aren't quite professional bodybuilders, we still want to make sure we're fitting in those exercises throughout the day. But Emily, I'm sure you were working out for just hours a day leading up to this competition, and now that you've got that pro card. But for people who maybe don't have 2 hours to go to the gym, how can they still fit those workouts in?
I always, prior to spending hours in the gym, home with kids and all of that, I always encourage people to make fitness goals, which you can do at home. Make a goal for your day. Say, well, by the end of the day, I will have done 300 crunches. I'll do 300, standing squats. Sure. I will do lunges. Some sort of goal that you can see, that you can put a check mark by.
It's all about those lists.
That's exactly right. Especially for mothers, we have so many things to do. If you can write it down, make it happen. Exactly.
So we've got some arm workouts that we're going to be doing first, and these are little things that, again, you can write down, check off throughout the day, because these workouts you can do maybe while you're cooking dinner. As you're having that burner on the stove, you can be doing a couple of these arm raises or something like that.
Right, little calf raises, maybe some leg pulses, something like that.
Little things to squeeze in throughout the day. But first up, we've got some push-ups.
Right.
Again, maybe people can't do push-ups. So we've got a bit of a modified push-up that we're going to be doing this morning.
Absolutely. There are a lot of different types of push-ups you can do. and they all do the same thing. Don't be scared to do a girl push-up. Don't think you're a wuss because you're doing a girl push-up. You're still working the same muscle groups. It's just at everybody's own level.
Right.
So as long as your form is right, you're getting the same effect.
All right, so we've got this bench here, and that's what we're going to be doing push-ups on.
We're going to make sure our bodies are straight here. Keep your chest lifted, and we're just going to drop down. Right? Come up.
Where should our elbows be going when we're doing this?
Well, we're going to go just straight back this way.
Okay.
For, room's sake. But you can have them wider, and they can go out further. There's different types of push-ups you can do. So we're just going to go straight back this way.
Sounds
so
good.
We're just going to go here.
And would this be working back, arms, triceps,
Yeah,
biceps?
this is working your whole upper body. Keep your abs tight, and it works your abs also. Make sure you're breathing.
And how many should we be doing? If we're going to be doing real push-ups, do we want to do more? If we're going to be doing girl push-ups, maybe less? How does that work?
You should do as many as you can. Go to burnout stage is what I always say.
Okay.
So go till you fall on your face.
Sounds good. Well, unfortunately, I don't think we can wait until we fall on our face. Although I'm pretty close right now because of time's sake. But we've got now dumbbells.
Right.
And we want to incorporate these. Again, maybe if people don't have dumbbells, water bottles, cans of soup, things like that. We're going to step over here just a little bit. I think we've got time for one workout exercise.
All right, we're going to do shoulder presses here.
Okay. And talk to me about this form here.
Bring your dumbbells to about your ears, like this. Bring it straight up.
Do we want right angles?
Right.
Okay.
Bring them down here, just like this. Then you can put them together this way, and you can drop them back and hit your triceps this way.
Okay. So again, these could be simple, whether it's dumbbell weights, water bottles, cans of soup.
You can
something
even
like this. You could probably do while the kids are doing homework.
You can even just use your own hands and press your hands together and squeeze real hard. You don't always have to have dumbbells. So, and then you can drop it back here and just do curls. Just make sure your elbows are stable so you're not bending this way. You want to bend
go to a full
here.
Extension or just
about 3/4 of the way, so you keep the tension in your bicep.
Okay. Again, guys,
Curl it up.
little exercises that you can be doing throughout the day. Make those lists. Check them off. Who doesn't like checking things off and feeling accomplished? We are live here at Anytime Fitness. We're going to be going a bit down the body. Next up is abs and core. Then we're going to finish up with legs. It's coming up here a little later on Good Day. Back to you guys in the studio. Well, good morning, everyone. We are live here at Anytime Fitness. Emily Ingram, Southwest Georgia's very first female professional bodybuilder, giving us a little lesson for the average person this morning. Now we're talking legs, and Emily, we've kind of gotten rid of all workout equipment because this is so simply body weight that we're going to be using as resistance.
Right. Yeah, we don't always have to have weights, we can do everything, with our own body, which you see a lot of people do, P90X, all of those great videos.
Sure. But we can teach you right now. No need to go out and get all those expensive videos.
That's exactly right.
Because we've got Emily here.
All right. First one we're going to do is a prisoner squat. Make sure your legs are a little bit wider than your hips. The main thing with lower body is making sure your knees do not go over your toes.
We don't want to hurt our knees here.
That's exactly right. Safety first. So put our hands here, and we're going to just throw our butts back. Squeeze coming up.
Yeah. Now, how far do we want to be going down?
You can go just about 90 degrees or just past it. Just make sure your knees don't go over your toes and keep your chest lifted.
Oh,
come here.
Now, we're doing all of these here in front of a mirror. Is that important?
You can to watch your form. I encourage people to make sure they look at themselves in the mirror so you know what it looks like and feels like. So if you're at home or wherever you are and you don't have a mirror, you know what it feels like to do it in the correct form.
So you can do it without a mirror.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So our next one we're going to do a forward lunge and alternating legs.
Flashbacks to a lacrosse practice that I did in high school.
Never underestimate the power of a lunge.
Of course, we're all working our legs here, but what particular muscles?
We are working our quads, our hamstrings, and our glutes.
And do we want to go, I've been touching my knee to the floor. Do you want to go down quite that far?
You don't need to go quite that far.
Okay.
Just up here and press. So the next one we can do another form of lunge. There are a whole bunch of variations, but we're going to do a reverse lunge.
Okay.
Which means we're just going to step straight back.
And does this work a different body
This
part,
works. This helps target your butt a little bit more.
Oh,
so
who doesn't want a nice one of those?
That's exactly right.
And again, still don't have to go down all the way?
You don't have to go down all the way. Press up really through that heel, and it really targets your glutes a little bit more.
All right, how many should we be doing on each side?
I like to time mine.
Okay.
45 seconds is a good amount of time. That will really get your heart rate going.
Okay. Now, of course, when we talk fitness, we also got to talk food a little bit.
Right.
Because people sometimes, they get those cravings, and you want a slice of cake, you want a cookie. Do you have any tips?
I always encourage my ladies, take a drink of water. We all have those cravings. We all want chocolate, especially women.
Sure.
We love chocolate. Give yourselves about 15 minutes. If you're craving, go. You know, usually a craving will pass if it's something that you don't really want or need.
Sure.
Within 15 minutes, if you still are wanting, you know, go ahead and have a little bit.
Okay.
But just make sure you drink some water. You know, set the clock 15 minutes. If you still want it,
How about
have
for
a little
kids?
bit.
Because you have 4 kids
Right.
that you're trying to grow up and turn into healthy adults,
Right.
but the kids still want that sugar.
Absolutely. My kids, you know, they're good to ask for something. I'm not going to, you know, deny them of childhood, you know, candy and all that and make them go crazy later. They usually ask, you know, Mom, can I have this candy or whatever? And I'll say, sure, you can have that if you have an apple or a carrot first. And I give them a choice of something healthy first, and that way they'll eat less sugar
Sure.
and maybe not even
And she'll
choose
get
to
that,
have it.
those healthy fruits and vegetables in. But we're talking more about fitness. I think we're doing core and abs next.
Yes, ma'am.
It's all important. Got to get that core strong so you can have wonderful workouts for everything else. That's coming up here a little later on Good Day. First, Kelly, back over to you. Welcome back to Good Day, everyone. We are live here at Anytime Fitness with Emily Ingram, Southwest Georgia's very first professional bodybuilder. Emily, I'm just so excited for you. I don't think I can say that enough. I'm sure you are just so excited. She just got her pro card this past Saturday, not even been a full week. And you've got some exercises for our core and our abs this morning. We've been going through the whole different body group, well, some different body groups this morning, but the core. It's obviously the abs, but it encompasses a lot of other muscles as well.
Right, help stabilize your back, you know, all of that kind of stuff that's important.
All right, so how can we do that? How can we work that?
First, we're going to do some planks and rotate to side
Okay.
planks. We don't always have to be on the ground to do abs. So
I
first,
like
we're
that.
going to start here. Keep
Okay.
your feet together and your hands about shoulder width apart. And we're going to rotate up.
Ooh, this is
Okay.
good for balance. too.
Right. Yes, this is part of yoga. Here.
And how many of these, is this another timed routine that you want to do?
You can do
or-
it either way. You can do it timed, or you can do, you know, like 25 on each side.
Okay.
And then you can come down to the ground. Make sure the thing when you work your core is you want to make sure you hit every angle. You want to get your upper abs, lower abs, and your obliques, which are your
Okay.
side muscles. So you have a good, well-balanced abs. You can just come side to side here to work your obliques. Opposite hand to the opposite knee.
And are we pulling our shoulders up off the floor for this?
Right, and you want to make sure you keep a space between your chin and your chest so you can fit like a tennis ball there. Make sure you breathe when you come up. Don't ever hold your breath. You want
Always breathing. And you
always
said
breathe.
when you breathe in or breathe out?
breathe
when you
out
come up?
when you come up. You want to give that oxygen flowing to your muscles.
She's doing a lot better at this whole talking and exercising thing than I am.
And then you can reach to the middle here,
Okay. Ooh.
just like that. Yeah.
Alrighty. And again, about 25 each, maybe a time for
Right.
each one. Now, when it comes to working out, obviously people want to bring, you know, a bottle of water or something when they're exercising.
Absolutely.
How about throughout the day? How important is water?
Water is the most underrated nutrient you can give your body. You want to make sure you're drinking at least a gallon a day. You know, you help flush out your system. That really helps with your stomach. Lots of water, low sodium, keep your fiber up high. Make sure you're getting protein, healthy fats like fish and nuts, stuff like that.
You say one of the most important things that you learned when you kind of were getting into all this fitness was journaling. And we're
Right.
not talking, you know, Dear Diary here or
Right.
anything like that.
I always keep a fitness log. I like to write down my fitness goals like for the week, and so I can switch up my routine. So I go to the gym with a plan. When I go, you know, Monday I'm doing this, Tuesday I'm doing that. I go in, I reach my goal, and I go home. So you
Sure.
know what to do.
And you have like a set plan. You've gotten so much community support throughout this entire process, and support is so key when it comes to working out and
Absolutely.
having an accountability partner. But what's next for you here in this bodybuilding world?
Right. My next, obviously, in 8 weeks I'll be going to my next pro debut show in Massachusetts. So, and you know, I was lucky. I had some really great sponsors.
Yeah.
J&M Flooring, Anytime Fitness, and some of my friends helped sponsor me also. So I'm always looking for local sponsors to help.
Right.
You know, I couldn't have done it without my
She needs
coach.
that support, too.
Absolutely, my coach Penny Ruff and my couple of my friends, Karen Hamby and Pete Williams, all helped me
Wonderful.
tremendously.
Well, she's given us some great advice this morning, giving us a little bit of support here on Good Day. Fitness Friday, get out there, get ready for bathing suit season. Guys, it's going to be here probably before we are live here at Anytime Fitness. Back to you all in the studio.